Hola, ¿qué pasa, chicos? My name is Diego, and this is D Spot. If you're tuning in for the first time, you're probably tuning in to check out the Fútbol Club Barcelona versus Las Palmas 3-0 match review. In which case, you're tuning into the right channel, guys. Like I said, this is D Spot, the one and only Barça on YouTube that brings you closer to the Barça action than any other YouTube channel out there. However, unfortunately, today, guys, normally I'm very upbeat. A lot of you guys, you old school cats, will know, as I see Jacobor putting in his comments, Nitiya saying, "You were late." Of course, expecting me to stand outside of the Camp Nou, probably. But today, guys, I didn't find the strength to go down there. And I apologize in advance. It's took me quite a bit of courage, or not courage, but animo, just mood to get on and do this live session for you guys today. For reasons that a lot of you guys are very well aware of. Mark Pilkington, I see you commenting there. Hope you and your family are good. Cheers, mate. Of course, many of you very well aware that of the political situation today in Barcelona, October 1st, where it marked the day that the people went out hopeful, joyful to vote for a, let's not forget, an illegitimate referendum, but a referendum nonetheless that a lot of people were excited and hopeful to go out and vote for, and never expected the repercussion or be met with the confrontation that they did, of course. Uh, Very difficult day today, and I have a lot to say about that. Unfortunately, more about that than the match. And I don't know really where I want to go with this program today, with this D spot today. It's hard not to make it political. I'm supposed to do work for SB Nation and Marca as well, and I've let them know it's very hard right now for me, as a citizen here of Barcelona, Catalonia, of Spain, of course, being half Spanish and half Dutch. I have voiced my opinion about my political beliefs on several occasions. These have backfired. A lot of you have respected it as well. Most of you, I should say. Um, but today is just a difficult day to keep it. I don't want to make it about my personal political opinions, my political beliefs. I don't. I really would like to stick to football if possible. That's near impossible for me. As you guys know, llevo mi corazón. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I just want to say that, without getting into it as much as I probably would like to, or talk about with friends and family, today is a sad day. Today is a day that is marked by sadness, that is marked by anger, that is marked by confusion and worries. At least personally speaking, those are all my feelings. That's my current mood. And el partido era lo demás. Unfortunately, a very tough decision had to be made by Bartomeu. He decided to go ahead and play this match, and well, the result is a 3-0, but an empty stadium, un partido silencioso, a silence match that I guess reflects, in a way, all of our what we all feel. Many of us would have liked to have seen this match suspended. However, that includes Villarrubí, and I think one or two other directors as well. I just saw the news quickly, but several directivos of the Junta Directiva of Bartomeu had decided to step down, han dimitido, and Villarrubí, the vice president, being one of them, and probably the most renowned one. And they didn't want this match today to be played, despite the fact that, knowing the fact that 6 points would have been taken away. So, again, a tough decision, heavily criticized on the web. One, that you have to be in a decision at the moment to take. Do you play 6 points? A lot of people are saying now it would have rectified Bartomeu. It would have made him a martyr, a presidential martyr in that sense. Imagine the repercussion of Bartomeu taking the 6 point loss and deciding not to play this match. He would have basically, it would have saved his legacy. A lot of culés are saying at the moment. It's an interesting theory, but without getting into the football aspect, just to finish the political aspect, so that I feel a little bit better and I can get into the football side of things. Um, I wish today would have been a legal referendum where everybody would have had a say in a vote, because democracy is, of course, the way forward. Nothing but democracy is what we as a people, we as a world need, is dialogue, getting an understanding of people's wishes, whatever they might think. The majority think the future is should be the way forward. Democracy and dialogue in a legal way and modern way is the way forward. Unfortunately, those were not the circumstances they by any means. A lot of people here in Catalonia have been lied to by the local politicians, uh, thinking that it was a legal referendum. Whether it was symbolic or legal, I think many as well didn't care. They wanted to have their opinions heard, and it should have been dealt with in a absolutely different matter. What Rajoy has displayed today, the image that the world now has of Spain is almost irreparable. If or it's hard. It'll be very hard um, to set this one straight. A lot of international politicians have condemned as well the images, which I'm very happy about. The European Union as well. This should have not been happening in today's age. Unfortunately, it did, and here we are. It's I'm sorry. Like I said, it's going to be hard for me to be focusing on the match today. I see a lot of you guys asking me a lot of questions as well, which I want to take right now as well. For those viewers who are new or old as well, I wanted to announce quickly that D Spot is going to take a different form. A lot of you guys, loyal D Spot loyals, I always am open to advice and suggestions. And Adil brought a point up, which I myself had been thinking about of doing as well, is basically cutting my episode, my long episode. You guys know that it usually lasts around 30, 40, sometimes even 50 minutes or longer, to cut those in half. So I'm going to have my opening monologue, which I'm going to try to keep it around 10 minutes, probably go a little bit over today because of, razones extradeportivas, reasons that not have to do with sporting, not for sporting reasons. Um, but so I'm going to cut it in three pieces, and I'll have my monologue, and then I will continue that with my Q&A session, which always takes up the majority of the time anyway. So I want to give you guys just as many of the facts as possible in the opening 10 minutes, and then we can continue on the second episode with the Q&A, which I'll probably usually do straight after. If not, let some time rest and let this sink in. With all that said, guys, let me get on to the match, which, in all fairness, the empty stadium, like I said, reflected probably the mood that the players were in. It was another lackluster performance by the team. One, whether you want to blame the surroundings, the political surroundings, the whole spectacle around it, the fact that the stadium was empty or not, that's up to yourself to decide. However, we can't deny the straightforward fact that Barça recently has just been playing without chispa, without really any rhythm, a very slow pace, just an incredibly slow pace. That is starting to get worrying, to be honest. The wins are still coming in. Today could have ended ended 3-0, could have ended 4, maybe 5-0. However, the fact that it's the way the players are playing right now, that it's not picking up, it's starting to get worrying, guys. As a helicopter will near me, I hope that the sound won't be drowned out. But let's keep in consideration as well the fact that Barca right now is playing easy team, or with all respect, the easy teams. Okay, let's take Juve aside, or Juventus as well. That was a very weakened Juventus team. The fact that we're playing a lot of lower mid or lower to mid table teams right now, we have to be thankful for, because you know the next match we play proper opposition. We're going to play Atletico de Madrid, and that's when the real test will start. Right now, the team is playing without any ideas and is hoping for a Messi miracle to happen, and relies so heavily on his goals more than maybe any other season before, and that's starting to get worrying. A lot of people talk about the repercussions that Neymar's departure. But let me ask you guys something. Did Luis Suarez also get traded, or did he also get sold off? Because not only Neymar is absent, but Luis Suarez, more importantly, is also absent, and his absence is starting to properly worry me and worry all of you guys as a whole. Some of you have been recognizing this for a longer period of time. For me right now, alarm bells are ringing, guys, because with each game that I want to give him a chance and I want to see him out there succeed, he just looks absolutely completely lost. He looks confused. He looks like he doesn't have the willpower. He doesn't have the strength. He just looks really old. That probably sums it up best. He's Luis Suarez is looking old and is not connecting. He could have had a goal today, another opportunistic goal. That's probably what he's living off of right now. You know, don't forget that the own goals have all been created by or caused by, I should say, Luis Suarez. Today, another opportunistic chance to get to slot in a cheeky goal. But he has no confidence at the moment, guys. It's very worrying. The fact that when he had the one-on-one, although it was I later called an offside position, I believe it was, but he had a one-on-one where normal Luis Suarez would have slotted that goal right in there. Now you see Luis Suarez going one-on-one with the goalie, try to go to the right side, tried to make a play happen. Even when he saw that he lost control of the ball, then made it even worse by diving. It's a pitiful performance and worrying performance by Luis Suarez, and one that really at this moment in time should have all of us worried, guys. I'm just gonna have a quick look over my cheat sheet because I mean the first half was another snooze fest, and where in fact Las Palmas had the best opportunity to score a goal. Let's not forget. Uh, Without a doubt, when they hit the post, that was the best opportunity of the match so far. Las Palmas deservedly should have gone over, should have been leading that scoreboard with 1-0 at that point. On to the second half, a lot of changes. Thank God. Obviously, I say thank God, but Paulinho was taken off by Andres Iniesta. Aleix Vidal was also taken out, and Andres Iniesta was slotted in. And that meant that also Denis Suarez was able to go up to slot into the front three and play alongside Messi and Luis Suarez. Now, if you guys follow me on Twitter at this is D Spot, I mean I say it in my videos as well, but on Twitter I say it all the time as well. When Denis Suarez and Leo Messi played together, good things happen, and today was thank God no exception. In fact, just an affirmation that when put those two together, and we'll have success. We'll have wins. We'll have good play, good 1 and 2. Denis Suarez plays in a way that Messi likes, hanging on the edge of the box, waiting for that run of Messi to happen, and then slot the ball in. It was a great pass, which was needed to basically. I skipped over Busquets' goal. Sorry, guys, I'm all over the place. But Busia, of course, with the 1-0. But that 2-0 really allowed us to say, okay, we can wrap it up, guys. This game is now under our control, because Las Palmas didn't continue on to be much of a threat after that. And it was, of course, with the 3-0, another Messi double. On this occasion, the 3-0, a pass by Luis Suarez that allowed us to sit back and hope that Luis Suarez could get on the score sheet, thanks to Leo Messi's generosity and genius as well. Um, what else should we say about this game? Well, the tactics need to be discussed at this point. It looks like Valverde heavily counts on Jordi Alba having that freedom on the flank. Is it a good thing? Is it not? It kind of depends on Jordi Alba's mood as well. The way he decides to how active and participant he decides to be. Some matches have worked better than others. This one, of course, didn't work. It was a lackluster performance, and we're missing a lot of players out there. By the way, I just wanted to let you know, Andres Iniesta con un pinchazo. I just see Mark Pilkington saying, been reading Andres has a groin injury, a couple of weeks. I was just going to mention that. It was a muscle, here they call it un pinchazo, like a muscle strain. So guys, Andres Iniesta again out. He'll be missing a whole bunch of Barça action for the next coming weeks. Not good news, of course. Guys, I hope we find our form. We need to desperately, because Luis Suarez is not there, Neymar is not there for good. Let's hope that we can get Luis Suarez back and get back that inspiration that we need as well, that we so heavily count on from not only our front three, our midfield as well, but right now the performances are just very 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 slow, and the results are there, but the action, the play needs to pick up. It's early days still, but I'm getting a little bit tired of having to say that as an excuse. I want to see some results now. Valverde needs to get these guys motivated and playing together in a way that they have a clear idea of what they're doing, and right now it's not looking like that, guys. But like I said, 3 points, the big positive. That's what we have to take away, and that's pretty much it, guys. I'm gonna be signing off. I'm hitting almost 16 minutes. Like I said, this is a new format of D Spot I want to try out. I know all of you guys have been blowing up the chat in the earlier stage as well. I want to thank you for those. I want to ask you if you can save those questions for part two, which will be the Q&A. D Spot will, thanks to Adil as well for also kind of reaffirming that this is a good idea, trying to keep it a little bit shorter and split my segments up in 3 parts so that it's easier for you guys to follow, and hopefully also get this channel to be pushed a little bit heavier as well. Try to get more people to know of these spots and be able to follow it, other than as opposed to listening to 40, 50 minutes of just me talking by myself and then taking questions. So I'm going to take your questions. Please save them for the part two. I have to go over to Barça Blaugranes now to do my report for them. And I'll then see. I'll probably come back here for the Q&A. I'm sorry for this bad, kind of improvised way of doing things, but it's a strange day, guys. Sorry as well for my discurso político, but I needed to get a lot off my chest. It's been a strange day. Thank you guys for your patience. Thank you guys for subscribing, for sharing, and for your comments, and for tuning in for part two, which will be the Q&A, D Spot, talking to you guys, taking all your questions, and talking Barça, of course. Guys, Diego D Spot signing off. Visca el Barça, Visca Cataluña, y Viva España. Más que nunca, guys. Dialogue. Let's get this sorted together. It's been a very sad day. Let's hope things get fixed in the best way possible soon. Cheers. Guys, for those who are just joining in, tune in for the part two, which will take place soon.